Hello, welcome to Shoepertalk Live. Good evening, happy Sunday. You are here with your man Chris, aka the Superhero. And again, this is Shoepertalk Live. It is a weekly show where I try to have it weekly as time permitting, where I speak to different people in the sneaker community and let you guys get informed on what they do. And so you can know what to do and what to expect as far as sneakers and things are concerned, especially for those who have absolutely no idea what's going on, even for the ones who do know what's going on. So shout out to my boy Nate for popping in. So I'm gonna be very active with the comments this episode. So if you come in, make sure you shout yourself out, say what's up, let me know you in the comments so we can keep it cracking. So today we have a very, very special guest. I've known her myself, just kind of seeing her work and things like that for a number of years now. Uh, big St. Louis customizer, creator, artist, a whole bunch of other things that I'll get into in the episode. But everyone, please help me welcome Mimi, aka Remix My Kicks. So, how you doing this evening? Huh? Remix your kicks.
Your kicks.
Remix. Hold on, let me put this A in here while I got it on my mind. So it's Remix Your Kicks.
Yeah.
So, all right, how's everything going with you? I see you in the shop. So
Yeah.
I know we was both just rushing from work. How's everything going?
Oh man, it's going.
Going. I know being a self-owned like business owner, like you don't have no employees or nothing, do you? It's just you.
Yeah, that's me.
Just you in a shop, sneakers, paint, and laces. Like I'm gonna just get go ahead. I mean, I want to hear your story personally. I mean, I got some questions, but I mean, just as far as like for anybody who doesn't know who you are, I know we talked about this a little bit before, and I mentioned I do this kind of for my sisters and for people who have absolutely no idea. I know a lot of people in the sneaker community know who you are, but for anybody who doesn't know who you are, kind of give people a background of who you are and what you do.
Uh, Sneakerhead. Uh, Customizer. Well, I'm not even really a customizer anymore. I started as a customizer. That's how I met a lot of people up there. That's how I got a lot of the connections I have from customizing and through my work. But basically now I just got a one-stop shop where I carry accessories, not for just customs, but just for people that want to customize their shoe like in any type of way. Lace swaps, um, may want to switch it up to an off-white feel, uh, basically everything. So um, the reason I opened this shop is because as a customizer, I used to order a lot of things. I used to have to order a lot of things, and I was always bit on time. So I was telling myself, like, man, there should be a store that has everything that you need. Like, you can go up in Foot Locker and you can get, like, white laces, black laces, but I like going stupid with lace swaps. So I
Mm-hmm.
wanted like Vogue. I wanted the hot pink. I wanted the leather laces. You know what I mean? I wanted rope laces. I want to switch laces on my Yeezys. Like, I wanted to do all of that thing. So it just started out as something that I started at home, and it just grew. It it grew bigger than what I thought it was gonna do. Like it grew like exponentially fast. Like I wasn't ready for the growth, but I mean it's just like I wasn't running from it either. So
Mm-hmm.
I mean here I am. Like at one point, like you couldn't even walk through my house. Like my kids was like, I can't get through the basement. I can't get through the garage. Like I just had it everywhere from paint, laces to everything. And so as I got in the store, um, I started doing different custom things. Like I started doing different custom things. Like let's see, like custom socks and stuff like that. So people will want custom socks. I know when the What the Fives dropped, like these was like one of my top sellers. Like these What the Five
Mm-hmm.
socks with Jordan. So we did a sneakerhead. It wasn't hard for me to try to put these things together because I've always had a sense of fashion. So I kind of always knew what was going to sell. And from the socks, I was getting a lot of requests to do like insoles, custom insoles. So now I do like I have custom insoles in the store. I will personalize them as well. So I do everything. It's more than just paint and laces now. Like I do custom keychains, I do custom dog tanks, I do custom neck gaiters, I do custom arm sleeves, couch sleeves, uh shirts, just like you name it, like I do it. Like it's a one-stop custom shop. Like
And that's what I really appreciate about what you do is you took it from a sneakerhead standpoint and made it into a business. So real quick, while I got a minute, shout out to Kicks for Fresh for popping into the comments. I got the Fresh by Design shirt, so make sure that y'all hit up Kicks for Fresh to cop some merch. But I know getting back to kind of what you were talking about, because you really went over a lot just now. And I appreciate it because, like I said, I've been kind of following you over the years. I've been seeing you in the sneaker groups. I've been, seeing you on Instagram and stuff. And one thing that I've always really respected about you in particular is your professionalism. You were always super professional, even from like the first interaction I had with you, like down in like the holding area. We were trying to get people up for vending and all that type of stuff. Like you were super professional, you were humble with everybody, but at the same time, I know that you don't really take no stuff from nobody either. And a lot of people would like think of that as like, oh, she's rude and she's overbearing, but it's like you don't have time for that. And with you being somebody who does it by yourself, like I said, leader, you in the shop by yourself, so you don't have nobody to help you. Can you do this while I do this? Or can you hold this down while I go in the back and do this paperwork? Like you're doing everything by yourself. So it's just a personal respect for me to you. And like I said before the show, like I'm humbled and honored to have you on the show. Over
I ain't nobody shit.
I know.
I'm chill.
And
Like I
and
rock with everybody. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't have like my picks and chooses. Like even those that I don't potentially care for, there's a line with it. If you don't cross that line of disrespect with me, then there's nothing to make me like not interact with you. You know what I mean? It's like I can look at you sideways, but it don't mean like I ain't gonna deal with you. You see what I mean? Take a lot of mental notes. But yeah, I just want to get us the sneaker community something, man. I feel like we so far behind, and I wanted to take what I had and try to kind of build the city up. Or it's like, okay, now back St. Louis is the only city in St. Louis, like literally my store is the only store in the country that carries LK, Jacquard products and Angelus. And it's just me. But that was like hard work to make all of that happen. You see what I mean? So it's definitely
so kind of talk
things that
kind, kind of talking about that. And I don't mean to interrupt you, but I know you were talking about the Angelus Direct thing. And a lot of people don't really know what Angelus is. So as far as what Angelus is and kind of what they provide, give people kind of a quick breakdown of what it is and how you got partnered with them. Because I know with you being a customizer, you're not just going in buying one or two, things of paint. So how did that kind of come about and how, is that going for you now?
Well, Angelus, basically anybody that starts customizing, the first thing they do it when they want to start, what's the first thing you do? You get on YouTube. Thing is on YouTube, and that's the only paint that they see. You know what I mean? So they Angelus is a leather paint brand. It's not the only paint brand that you can use for shoes. But like so many people, I myself, when I first started customizing, Angelus was the paint that I started with because it was the only thing that I could find on the internet. I didn't realize about the other products that I carry until I got into the customizing world and started to talk to other customizers. And with Jacquard paint, actually one of their representatives, he reached out to me, and I was doing Hirachis at the time, and he asked me if he could send me some products because they had never used their products on shoes. So I said, oh yeah, you can send me something. So he sent me like this big old box of stuff, and I start using them on Hirachis, using all the bright colors, and those like took off. Then I told him like, hey, do you know that this paint is good for shoes? And he's like, no, I didn't know that. So they was able to, I put Jacquard in that position to be able to like market to the customizers. And although I was not in a store, which is a requirement for a lot of these companies, they don't want anybody that's at home selling their products. They want you in a physical brick and mortar. They was able to just look past me not actually having a store and allow me to carry their product to help build my dream, as I guess that as like payback, you know. So
I mean, I think that's exactly what it is, especially when they see somebody like you who, like you said, who doesn't really have a brick and mortar, you don't have a store, but you're producing work that people see and they wouldn't know the difference. Because when you post the pictures, you just posting a picture of a shoe, you know, you posting it outside or whatever the case may be. But then when you think about a lot of people now posting stuff online, whether you know it or not, people use filters, people use Photoshop, they do all this kind of stuff to make their pictures and stuff look more better and vibrant. But the fact that you're taking a regular stock photo of a shoe and it's just what you put into it. And I think a lot of companies see that. And with how social media is and stuff like that, a lot of people know that instead of spending a whole bunch of money on marketing and commercials and all this type of stuff, they can go direct to consumer, you know, find somebody who's using their product or using another product. In the case of, how do you pronounce it? Jacquard? I don't want to mess it up. Jacquard. So in that case, he saw what you did with somebody else's product, or were you using his product and he saw that? Or
I was using Angelus before Jacquard reached out to me. And when Jacquard sent me their products, I started using theirs. And I started pushing their products, not even knowing that I was going to be able to carry it. I started pushing it because I believed in the product. And I told people, hey, we got options. You know what I mean? We don't have to just use Angelus. Now we can use this. And, you know, this, they got an airbrush ready paint. Like, we don't have to strain it. We just shake and go. So being where I was in the custom community, when I said that, a lot of people were like, word? Like, I'm going to take your word for it, because they know that I test everything that I promote. I don't promote blindly. Like, you can't pay me to shout you out. You can't do none of that. Like, if your product is crap, like, I'm not going to deal with it. I won't badmouth it, but I won't promote it.
All right, my bad. I had to mute myself. But I think that's what you do as a good business person. You know, you don't badmouth. It's like, it's as simple as like, if you don't have anything nice to say, don't say anything at all. So, you know, I'm not going to badmouth you for doing bad business to treat me a certain type of way. I just know not to mess with you. Like you said, I know not to shout you out. I know not to look for you for business because I see how you move. And like I said, I think that's another level to what you do that makes you as good as you are. And I don't want you to think like I'm trying to like hype you up or like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I am kind of a fan of what you do just because I see how it is. But for real, yeah, I mean, you really are amazing in what you do. And like I said, from a hustler standpoint of, you know, trying to find a way to make money in a business off of sneakers, you know, think of being a sneakerhead, like that's an avenue that I've thought about, you know, customization, things like that. But I'm not good at art like that. You know, I'm not the type to, you know, get paints and mix. And like you said, something about you don't have to strain it. I had absolutely no idea what you're talking about. And at this point, it's like I know I could do it, but I got other stuff going on. So like you said, the fact that you took the customization world, or like you said, people having to go online and get paints here or there, or, you know, who do this custom job, and you got people out here like, oh, I do a custom job for $20, $40. And it's like, what? Like, and then you get it and you see why it's 20 or $40. But then you got somebody like you who does good quality work. You know, you do the taping, you have airbrushing. You know, I know you do a whole bunch of other stuff behind the scenes that people don't really know or see, but that's how you get to where you are. You know, you go from, you know, painting shoes in your basement to, you know, having a whole bunch of stuff laid up in your store. Then you got, you know, people sending you stuff, and now you're working with different customizers and stuff like that. So how has it been kind of growing from doing stuff yourself to, like you said, getting people to send you stuff to working with different customizers. I know you got a few shoes in your store that are from a lot of different kind of other customizers that are really big in the sneaker community. And then last thing I want to talk about in that, I got one more thing I want to talk about after that, as far as working with other people. A specific customizer that is very, very big, who wore a very special Cardinals inspired sweatshirt in a live recently. But before we get to him, talk about just kind of some of the other customizers that you possibly work with, maybe some that you want to work with in the future, and how it's been kind of interacting with them growing in your career, your reputation.
Man, it's been honestly, it's been all love. I think the fact that a lot of them rock with me is because I am me. Like I keep it professional, but I just don't take no shit. And that's just me. Like I'm not gonna deal with it. You know what I mean? I'm to a point where if you want something done, tell me what you want and let's get to it. I don't really like the, I don't know, game, do your thing. And because my thing may not be your thing. And when I start your shoe, I'm not changing anything. And now I got to deal with you possibly being bitter and talking bad without even telling the whole story. So it's like, I analyze a situation before it happens. And so it's like, I'm looking at the possible outcome. So I'm like, no, I'm not doing that. Or I refer you to somebody who will do that. But I like really I like the fact that people will just like respect that about me as well, though. They like that about me, the fact that I will. Like there was some times, I'll be honest with you, man, there are some times like where I done got dyed on customer shoes, and basically the custom end up being free and maybe a little bit out of my pocket, because as a businesswoman, I replaced that customer shoe. I didn't care how much it costs, but when you're doing business, it's the cost of business. But that taught me to just be more careful. You see what I mean? So that was the lesson in that. I see people messing up people's shoes and kind of like, oh well, I don't care if they, bad mouth me or whatever. I'm just gonna block them. Like I'm not blocking you. People will deal with you, and one thing I've learned is, even if you make a mistake, people will really deal with you when you own up to your mistakes and you're willing to make it right. They're more likely to deal with you than anybody else. It doesn't matter, because they know. And anybody who gives me their shoes know, if I get my shoe to remix and something happened to my shoe in her care, it's gonna get replaced. They know that without, like, they don't have that worry in their head about their shoes when it comes to me, on top of I don't need to keep or steal your shoes. So with the other customizers, start with like Serato. I was always like a big fan of Serato. And so my soul died. I sent him some soul dye once. He made a post that he was looking for some soul dye. I sent him, like, at the time I only had like 2 or 3 colors of my soul dye I was working on. And I sent it to him. And he made a YouTube video, and just like people was tagging me like, Serato got you on YouTube, it's blowing up, he gets millions and millions of views. And that's how Corey and Serato, I call him Corey, but that's how our relationship got started. Now he's literally like family. Wavy, he did these. So Wavy is another, he's a customizer on IG. If you Wavy Kick Fits, he did these on IG. It was around my birthday, and I like to support a lot of customizers if I believe in their work, if they do good work. So I saw him post them a couple of times, and probably like the third time I saw him post them, I was just like, I DM'd him, and I was like, yeah, let me get those. It's my birthday. I ain't bought nothing. And he was like, word, you want them? I'm like, yeah. So that's how I got these. These with the 11s from a customizer in Houston, AKK Customs. So he put all the 11s on here for me. So did I disappear? Okay. So a lot of my connections with these customizers, people always ask me like, man, how you so cool with them? And it's like, I don't have an answer. I'm just me. And it's just like, we got a chemistry. I don't reach out to them and try to leech off of them. They know the interactions we have were genuine, and it doesn't come with anything attached, you know? So, and I put in a lot of work as far as products and shipping. A lot of them depend on me for their products and their shipping. And they always say, man, like, you faster than Amazon Prime. And they just kind of spread the word. So it's one of those things. It's a mutual respect.
That's what's up. And just real quick, I want to shout out to the people in the comments. Kick for Fresh says she loves how much the business has grown. Very, very much in the same aspect. Let's see. We got another person that says they love Angela's Direct. They want to hear about LK. So we'll kind of get into that too. I got one more thing I want to talk about before then. And then Pack popping in, talking about remixes of legend. Everybody that knows you knows how legendary you are. That's why I be trying to hype you up to the ones who don't know. So when they come into the shop, they can respect Remix's name. And then Kick for Fresh.
I don't play that. I'm going to respect you, and you're going to respect me, and that's it.
Exactly. And I know we was talking about some stuff, and Kicks of Fresh is just agreeing with you, saying facts, and a lot of stuff you saying are facts, especially when it comes to relationships and building those networks and things like that. I have a lot of people that come to me and they ask like, well, you know, I know you into sneakers, you know, how can I get into sneakers? And it's like, well, what are you trying to get into? Like, what does that mean? It's so vague because there's so many ways to get into sneakers. So a lot of people just automatically want to get, well, I want to get some Yeezys. I want to sell some Jordans. And it's like, well, anybody with money can do that. But if you're trying to build the relationships to be able to get those things, like you said, like when people ask you, how do you get relationships with certain people? Your answer is just like, I'm just me. And that's how those real relationships are built. You can sit there and DM people all you want to, but then if that person gets that relationship, they just a DM person that's just trying to get in with me, then that's how that relationship's going to be. But I know, like in your case, in my case, when we go to these sneaker events, when we going into shops and when we're personally meeting these people and having these networking conversations and things like that, that's where it comes to, okay, I see you as a person. You know, not only are you a sneakerhead, but you're a person that has other things to do in your life. You know, you have other responsibilities. So, you know, when you're doing this is your time to, like you said, be in a business setting. You know, you're making money, but you're also doing something you love. So you're not going to waste no time doing that, just like you don't want nobody wasting your time. And then when you're talking about time, I know it was very surprising to me as far as the timing when I really got to know and get introduced to Saya Collective. Am I saying it right? Okay, Saya Collective. He is another person that I've seen over the years who not only is a sneakerhead, but he actually has created his own line of sneakers. A few people have tried to do it. One in particular, really big name person that tried to do it was LeVar Ball with the Ball Brothers and Big Baller brand. When you think about creating your own shoe, there's a lot that goes into it. And when you think about everything from like the soul to the creative aspect of like how you can imagine the shoe and all of that stuff, is so much that comes with it. So for him to be as big as he is and as much stuff as he's done in the sneaker community, one, how is it that you even got connected with him? And two, how is that relationship going? And I guess talk about as much as you can talk about. I know some things myself just from kind of doing some research, but I'll let you just kind of tell your side of what's going on with you and kind of what he does and how your relationship is.
Me and Devlin, y'all know him as Saya Collective, CEO of Saya Collective, but me and Devlin have been cool for years. Like before he had Saya. You know, when he was pushing Flyboys Couture Club, when he was FBCC Soul Dye, like I used to buy my Soul Dye from him. What stuck out to me about Devlin was he kind of reminded me a lot of myself. I think I didn't calm down because I used to be I used to snap a lot, but like I didn't calm down. But like I see where he's at with it. Like sometimes you just get tired, you know. But I had to learn how to kind of control this shit. But sometimes people will push you there. But Devlin he's genuine. You know, like what you see is what you get. And I think a lot of the times it gets misconstrued. Like, because dude really have a good ass heart. Like, and will give you the shirt off his back. He just don't take no shit. You know, so
He literally just gave out a backpack today to some lady who was really like supportive of his business and stuff. And I think she tried to get some shoes for his son and couldn't get them. So he was like, went on, like you said, he a real dude. He went on his live, like, as the business owner and as big of a person he is, he went on his live on Instagram and made a whole video devoted to this one lady. She didn't win no contest. It wasn't nothing. It was just out of the goodness of his heart. He was like, I seen you, this. He was like, I looked at your orders and knew what size shoe you wore. We wear the same size, so I'm gonna give you a sample pair of shoes and all this type of stuff. And I know one thing that you said was people test him a lot. And a lot of people come at him and they say, well, your shoes are so expensive and it's always so hard to get your shoes. And well, Nike wouldn't do this and Adidas wouldn't do this. And one thing he said today, as he made a slight flex from taking his shoes inside to the dark where they glue in the dark. But he was like, I'm not Nike. Like, I'm not Adidas. I don't have all the stuff that they have. If I wanted to be Nike and Adidas, I will apply there. Like, I'm pretty sure people from these different companies have hit him up about designs and stuff like that. So if that's what he wanted to do, he would have did that. You know, same thing with you. You know, if you really wanted to, you know, just be on some, I'm just trying to make some money, trying to hustle stuff, you could have easily worked for one of these different companies or, you know, just been an artist for somebody and painted their own stuff. But you decided to take your own way of doing it. And with you and him kind of having that same aspect, and like you said, you knew him from FBCC Customs, where FBCC Soul Die. So that's kind of why I first was introduced to him as well. And then as he transitioned over, I just kind of went along with that transition. So I know with you knowing him from even before all of that's going on to how he is now, I mean, how has you all's relationship grown? And if, you know, it's been better, have you all thought about maybe possibly doing anything together at all?
it's actually it's good, man. Like, I know he's got a lot going on. Like, Devlin went from, you know, making it with his soul dying, his sights, and you know, he was doing okay, like, till he's a multi-millionaire.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so it can happen. Like, and me and him have that same drive. Like, that drive that he has, like, I have that. That's why me and him, we click. You know what I mean? So Devlin always been cool. His first drop, when he first dropped shoes with FBCC, when he did the VV1s, I copped 2 pairs. I copped the Van Tans, I copped the Triple Reds. Nobody wanted to really buy his shoes. They was his first shoes. Nobody wanted to buy it. I think I paid like $375 or maybe $400 for each pair. But I liked the quality at the time. I was spending that on like Gucci shoes or, you know, like designer. So I'm like, I'm gonna invest in Brother Man. Like, and plus I like the shoe. It wasn't like it wasn't like I didn't like the shoe. So me liking the shoe was a plus. It was easy to support. But I think the fact that I did support him so hard, me and him being like both the same signs, like we both Geminis, I know how I think, and so I know that when somebody really supports me, when I really doubt myself, that means a lot, and I don't forget it. And I always vow to, you know, when I get in that position, that person gonna be good. Like, they gonna be good. You know what I'm saying? So it's like that. And even now to this day, people will ask me, because they know I know him. They'll ask me, "Oh, can you help me get some shoes? Can you?" No, I don't even ask him for nothing. I don't ask him for discounts. I don't ask him for breaks. I don't ask him to find codes. I don't ask him for a special treatment or anything. If I want a shoe, I get my ass on his website at 10 o'clock like everybody else. And that's another thing that I know. Even though he doesn't say it, I know that he respects that about me. The fact that I don't reach out to him and ask him for favors. It's business, and I'm in business, and I hate when people do me like that. Like,
It's something I feel like in all business, especially now with a lot of people kind of starting their own businesses, everybody's kind of looking for like the homie hookup. Oh, I know you and you started this, and I knew you wasn't you when you wasn't nothing. So give me the hookup or let me get one for free. And it's how you expect me to run my business if I'm giving stuff away for free? And then even when like his first shoes that came out, like when I first saw him, like I was one of the people who just as a sneakerhead and as a creative, I understood where like the $400 price point came from. It's a good quality shoe, and like you said, a lot of people spending that money on Gucci and stuff anyway. And his stuff was, in my personal opinion, better than what you're gonna see in a Gucci store or something like that. I mean, this handmade stuff that he's making from these premium materials that he's telling you what they are. He's literally describing every panel of the shoe, what it's made out of, where he got it from. Like, that's the reason that the stuff takes so long. He's getting it from these places and he's doing it by himself. And it's like a lot of people just this, like I said earlier, they think of automatically, well, if you selling shoes, then you should be like Nike, or you should be like Adidas, and you should be like these other big companies. And it's like he's not those other big companies. You know what I'm saying? Just like I kind of re-reference, you're not one of these big companies that's out here. You got a whole bunch of co-workers doing stuff for you, and you got people doing payroll and all this stuff. Like, you are a self-made business woman. Like, you've been doing this for years and years on your own, like hustling, grinding, pushing, and doing it to the best of your abilities. Kicks of Fresh is in here, and she agrees, what we're talking about. And she's talking about people trying to rob entrepreneurs. And it's a LOL at the end, but at the end of the day, it's absolutely right. Because just like they want to compare us to Nike or Adidas, you're not calling Nike and being like, hey, let me get $20 off these shoes. I ain't got enough money for the new J's, so let me get some money off of them. Like, you're not doing that to them. So why would they expect to do that for you?
That's so annoying. Like, even still, like, you know how many times somebody have like messaged me, and like, don't get me wrong, people always gonna try. Like, you always gonna try to get the discount. You gotta shoot your shot. You know what I'm saying? So
shooting the shot.
You never know, but so many times I heard people say, "Oh, Angela's got this for $2. Can I come there and get it for $2?" It's like, no. Because you're going to get it for $2 from Angela's, but you're going to pay $8 for shipping.
Exactly.
$10. But you don't want to pay me $6. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I get so annoyed with that, because it's just like, for one, everybody knows you're paying for convenience. Whether you walk in here and you may see that something is a little higher than what you see online, you're paying for the convenience to walk in and actually grab it without waiting for shipping. So I'm not a multi-million-dollar company. I do not price match. I always tell people, if you see something cheaper, get it there. That's the only thing I can say. If you see it cheaper, get it there. Because I got bills to pay. You know what I'm saying? Like, I do this myself. I don't have I don't have investors. I don't have stocks. I don't have accountants, putting money here, moving money around for me. Like, I literally sit up, and everything you walk in this store and see, I have literally paid for out my pocket. So it is really disrespectful to me when people even come to me like that, and I be burning up. I
already know.
Human. But God put some peace in me. So it's just like, I kind of just be like, well, price firm. Like, and that's it. And I let them know, yeah, you can get it cheaper on Amazon, but you gonna wait. And the way mail is now, are you even gonna get it?
And it's like, by the time they do all of that talking and arguing and back and forth waiting, they could have bought the stuff from you, walked out, been on their way home, and started on the custom already. So like you said, like, the convenience of being able to walk in and get all of the stuff that you offer is the best part of what you do. And then, speaking about stuff that you offer, what's in the store, I know you got a lot of shoes behind you. I know you got a lot of stuff that you actually customize and all that type of stuff yourself. So as far as everything in your store, everything that you customize and make yourself, what is like one of the best things that you personally like if somebody was to come in and say, I want this customized, and like what is that one thing that you be like, yes, like I love making those?
I like the little stuff. Like I like the dog tags, the socks, and stuff like that. Like I said, I don't even take shoes anymore. Like I don't even feel bad when people be like, "Oh, I was just gonna get at you." Like, no, you wasn't. I was taking shoes for years. You know what I mean? And now I'm to a point where I'm really, I just cannot do them. I just gave the last person their shoes back last week, and I got her shoes in like the beginning of October, and I just gave them back last week, and so I just literally don't have time to do shoes anymore. So I refer a lot of local customizers, and that's another thing about me. I've never been one of those customizers that if somebody came to me for something and I couldn't do it, then I didn't ever try to send that money somewhere else, as long as I know they was reputable. They're reputable and they're responsive and they do some good work, then I'm referring them like this. Hey, let me pull up his page on IG. You should hit this guy, Lace Kings by Chris. Like I've been referring a lot of people. I like the way Chris does business. He's been in the custom game, I want to say probably about a year or so, probably about maybe 2 years. But I love the way he do business. I love how humble he is. I love how responsive he is. I watch him interact with customers, and I reached out to him and said, hey, why don't you bring some of your cards down here so I can like refer customers to you? And he's like, word? I'm like, yeah. So I really like seeing everybody eat. And I think that's the difference, with me is I don't get off on seeing anybody down, or I don't act like I'm better than anybody, or I don't act like, this is just my arena and, everybody's running in it. Like, no, this is what I want to do, but I know that it takes a village. So to build a community, like, you have to help other people, and that support goes a long way, because seeing that support when I started, and getting that support is what made me better.
Yes, exactly. And I mean that's the same thing that I feel like just kind of relating to what I do, even with the videos. Like Kicks for Fresh, she came on one of my last episodes, and she has put me on to so many other like YouTubers that do the same thing that I do. And that's why even like when we kind of trying to go into the comments on the last episode that we had, that's one thing she actually told me after we had the show. Me and her talked for another like 20 or 30 minutes, and she is really just spitting game to me about like what to do and how to do certain stuff. And it's like she didn't have to do that. She could have easily just been like, all right, that's it, I'm finna go do my thing, whatever. But she took the time to be like, hey, like I saw what you was doing. Next time you go live, make sure you do this and this and this. And as tired even as I was and wanted to go do my thing, I was like, yeah, okay, like what's up? Like keep going. Like it makes me want to know more, and it makes you more enthusiastic about what you're doing when you have people that support you. So I can only imagine how it is for you. Like you said, like even when you got started, people sending you, shipments of paint, and then, you having soul dye, sending it out to somebody and then getting tagged, hey, Serato did a video on your soul dye and stuff. So, out of all of the stuff that you've done, been through, experienced in your career, what would you say is like one of the most exciting things that you've done or been through, to where it really kind of was like, yeah, like all this stuff I'm doing is like, it's worth it?
I don't know, man. I done had so many, like, I feel like I've been blessed in so many aspects. Like, I really can't just like pinpoint. I know opening the store was a pinch myself moment. Like, I still walk in here and I'll look around and I'll see, like, when I very first started, I got pictures of when I first started. I take a lot of pictures, and I'll see how it was when I very first started, and then I see how it is now, and it's like, man, it's growing. Like, it just feel good, man. I'm just blessed to have like the people in my circle that believe in me. A lot of these big guys, Vic Almighty, he's another real big one. He used my soul dye. he gets like millions and millions of views, like a big time restorer. And he hit me like, hey, I love your dye. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I love it. So as long as things like that, like those guys, I'm not paying those guys to say anything good about my product. I work hard to put this product together and they shout it out because they believe in it. Whether they believe in me or not, they believe in my product, and that's good enough for me. So as long as I, stay grounded and don't think I can short the customer. As a customizer and as a sneakerhead, every decision I make, I look at how it would affect me if this wasn't me, if I was the buyer and not the seller. And that's how I make a lot of my decisions. And so that's able to keep me out of a lot of trouble because I'm not uninformed about the people that I'm actually servicing.
Exactly. Shout out to the comments. King ABC07 popping in. He one of the Kick Squad fam. That's what I was telling you. I came on the live, and Kick Squad is a whole nother thing. And they've been following me and rock with some of my videos and my content. So Kicks are fresh. Shouting out the King. He coming through. So I definitely appreciate that little support. And like you said, like I feel like in your career, like you said, you've been through so much and you've had so many things happen for you naturally and generically that like even like with me, I will be excited to like hear from all these different customizers and the people that mess with me. But like you said, the fact that you've been doing it for so long and it's just so natural to you, it's not like you like fanning out and geeking out like I am right now with you. You are just used to it. So it's like, oh, you recognize my product? Like, that's what's up. Or you ship something out to somebody else and they like it. It's like, oh, you like it? Well, I work hard for that. So, as surprised as other people would, it's like, how much work you put into it. So the fact that people are buying into it is not a surprise for you because you like, I know that. Like, I know you like it. Like low key, it's kind of like, oh, you do like it? I know. Like, I know how much work I put into that. So for you to be impressed with that is nothing big for me. So
when somebody like tag me on Instagram or tag me on Facebook, using my product or even bought something from the site and tagging me, vouching for how fast I ship or how accurate that order is, or it's a great feeling. You know what I mean? And I don't let any of it go to my head, because I know at the end of the day, like it can all be gone. I just remember where I came from. I know I'm not there now. I know I want to get bigger, but I'm still like very grounded, and I'm gonna stay grounded. You know what I mean? That's why I have a good relationship with a lot of the customizers. I'm very approachable. People, I get so many messages, and like it be blowing me when people be like, "Thanks for responding back," and they be like, "You welcome." Like I actually do. Like I respond to like every DM. Like I respond to every like message, no matter how crazy I think it is if it's not just some off the wall disrespectful stuff, I respond to it because I've been there. I know what it's like to really just be lost, and then you find somebody who actually knows what they're talking about, and they sit down and take the time to answer your question. Like it's a game changer for you. Like it means the world for you. So that's confidence builder. Like one thing about me, I don't like bullies. I don't like seeing people get bullied. Like I'm big on building people's confidence. You know what I'm saying? And I don't like seeing people try to tear anybody else's confidence down, like for laughs, or you don't get points off that. Now I think that's another reason why I've been as blessed as I've been.
Yeah, you always stay humble. You always show support to people, and you always show love to the people that support you. And even like you said, the little stuff that like even answering DMs. A lot of people, even like you said before, like they'll shoot their shot. Even ask for discounts or whatever, like they'll shoot their shot in the DM. Hey, I love your work, whoop, whoop, whoop. And they think that you got so much stuff going on, you're not gonna take the time to answer to them. So when you do, it's like, oh, she knows me, she notices me. Like I know a lot of big celebrities will talk about people being rude in their comments just for the attention, just so they can, see, hey man, don't talk about my mama like that. Like, why would you say my mama a big headed hoe? And they be like, oh, I don't think your mama big headed hoe. I just wanted to
I just
see if
want
you'll respond. I love you. I love your mama. Like, how you think that's gonna work? So it's like I said, like I feel like you take such a professional approach to everything with just kind of what you do in the laid back community of sneakers, where a lot of people, like you said before, are asking for like the quick little handout. Let me get this, let me get that. You know, a lot of people don't know certain stuff about sneakers, so you know they might, you know, see you with some shoes and throw you a raggedy price because they just have no clue. But the fact that you've been in it for so long and you know the business side of it and you make sneakers a business, I respect you more than I'm pretty sure a lot of other people would think or appreciate. But just in the community of everything that we do as sneakerheads, customizers, creators, artists, like people that put themselves out there and it's just for them, like you're not doing it for nobody else. Like nobody's going to school telling you you should be a sneaker customizer. Like there's no class that people are giving you for that. Like you either have to find that or you have to create that yourself. And for you to make that lane for yourself here in St. Louis, where people are always talking about you got to get out of here to make something yourself, and you like, nah, like I'm gonna stay right here, like I'm gonna do what I love in my city, and I'm gonna just make it do what it do. Like I said, like I appreciate you so much for it. I respect you for it. It's a lot of people in the comments, I'm sure, and stuff that respect you for it. So again, I want to thank you for taking the time to come onto the show. Just my little YouTube live, but I mean, a lot of people see this and a lot of people really get a lot of stuff from this. You know, even if it's just one person that's like, I had no idea about customizing, and they come to your store and they buy a pair of laces. Um, I know me and Lace Guys has an event tomorrow for Martin Luther King Day, but I'm off the next few days. So I'm hoping, I'm not going to say I am for sure, but I'm hoping to be able to get some time that I can come to the store and get a hoodie or something, not only so I can support, but I know you got some pretty dope hoodies. You got the what is it? Stay humble, hustle hard shirt.
hustle hard shirts. Yeah.
And then the quality is good on them too. And that's another thing that I like about you. You're not just throwing together no little gilded screen print, you know, junk, like you said in one of your posts that's going to come off after you wash it once or twice. Like you have good quality work that, like you said, a lot of people pay a whole bunch of money to all these different companies for and wait online and pay shipping, but they won't go around the corner and go to your store and just buy it. So for those who don't know, Remix Your Kicks will get everything that you need from clothing, accessories, anything your sneaker needs are. So let them know what your address and stuff is so they can come by the store anywhere that they can try to get any product or anything like that from you.
It's located at 5110 5110 Hampton Avenue. I'm open Tuesday through Saturday. Tuesday through Thursday, I'm open from 12 to 6, and Friday and Saturday, 12 to 7. I'm closed on Sunday and Monday.
You said 5110 Hampton.
Mm-hmm.
All right, I just want to put it here so people can see it real quick so they can get a visual. It's 5110 Hampton Avenue. That's the Remix Your Kicks brick and mortar store. Go down there and get everything you need for your sneaker accessories, paint needs, all of that stuff. I hopefully can make it down there sometime so I can get some footage of it and get some stuff myself, because at this point you can have all the sneakers in the world, but everybody else is probably gonna have the same shoes as you too. So you got to find a way to customize it and make it your own. So
All good. That's why I'm in here now. I'm working. I'm constantly doing some different things. But before I go, I just want to tell people, like, if you believe in something, if you got something that you're doing, then don't doubt yourself. This the Remix Your Kicks. This started as just me wanting to customize shoes for fun. I was customizing shoes for fun. I never expected it to be this big, and I think that's why I wasn't ready for it when it happened, because it wasn't something that I worked toward. It was something I started for fun. So to see it grow like this, I just look at it like it's just meant to be. Um, yeah, just don't let nobody tell you that what you're trying to achieve is stupid. Like, your vision ain't for everybody else. Your vision is for you. Everybody not gonna have your vision. You know what I'm saying? They don't have your drive. So don't quit. Don't give up. Just keep going. Stay genuine. That's it.
I really feel like you talking directly to me right now. I know we on YouTube and a lot of people are going to see this from here. Are 4 people watching right now, but it's going to be a lot more people that see this afterwards. But I don't care. I feel like you were talking directly to me, and I appreciate that. Like I said, like that's why I like talking to people like you. Like you're an inspiration to me. Like I said, in a lot more ways than one. And just from person to person, from Chris, not the superhero, from Chris to Mimi. Like I said, just from seeing you at the Show Me Kick sneaker show, to your Instagrams, to your Facebooks, to, you know, your interaction with a lot of different people. Like, thank you for inspiring me, inspiring a lot of other people. I know that wasn't your goal. I know that's not something that you really like, okay, how can I inspire somebody today? I don't know if it is or not. But like I said, whenever I see stuff like you, like that from you, like it pushes me. Like it makes me want to get up and make another video. Like it makes me want to like, I don't want to have to take these pictures. I don't want to have to do this. But like if Mimi can get up and go unlock her store every day and push through all the adversity and stuff that she has to do, like I can take a picture of this shoe. Like I can wash this shoe and sell it. Like I can do the little stuff I have to. So hold on. Kicks for Fresh said dope interview. Keep grinding. Thank you. I'm trying. People like Mimi keep me inspired to really, really keep doing this. And I'm never gonna take little stuff like that for granted. Same thing, really dope interview. Appreciate it. Kind of same thing like you, Mimi. Like I'm not like an interviewer. I'm not a reporter. Like I worked at Gold's Gym for 3 years, so it got to the point where I could really kind of talk to anybody. And that's one of the things I feel like God kind of blesses people with different stuff in different ways. Like I hated working at Gold's Gym for them 3 years, but it got me ready to be able to network and talk to anybody I wanted to in any way I wanted to because I knew how to relate to people. So like even before when I first met you at the Show Me Kicks event, like I was kind of nervous and intimidated because of like your strong personality and your business sense. So I was like, okay, let me try to help you, ma'am. But like now I'm just more comfortable. You know, I can talk to people. I know, you know, how to handle certain situations. So it's a lot easier for me to come across and talk to you in a more kind of conversational manner, things like that. But yeah, a lot of people are feeling the conversation in the interview we had. Again, nothing that I practice, nothing that, you know, I'm trying to work on every day. I just like talking to people. And when I have somebody good to have conversation with that inspires me, it's always going to turn out to be a great interview and a great show. So I appreciate you coming on, taking the time with me. I'm going to end the live and then I want to talk to you a little bit after that. But to anybody that's watching, thank you all for watching. I appreciate all the love and support as always. Y'all know how I am as far as the videos. I try to get them out every week as much as I can, but time permitting, things happen. But as far as a couple of announcements real quick, tomorrow, January 18th on Monday, is it? Yeah, tomorrow's the 18th, Martin Luther King Day. We are having the Lace Gods Sneaker Museum and Consignment Shop. It'll be right here, 2834 Cherokee Street. The store itself is open from 11 a.m. to 7 p.m., but there will be performances throughout the day. I'll be there hosting the whole thing. I'll have some giveaways. I have a lot of giveaways, actually. Lace Guys is giving away lace dubraids until they run out. I'll have T-shirts and things like that. So make sure that y'all pop out. It's a free event, and I hope everybody can come. Also, I know that I have an interview with Mark, aka T.O. Sneakerheads. He runs a podcast, and then I also have another sneaker battle coming at the end of this month as well. So I'm grinding, trying to get this content out to you guys. I appreciate y'all for watching, being patient with me. So until next time, thank you, Mimi, for taking the time. Everybody, stay blessed, be safe, have a good one.